Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the exploration ship Wanderer. His hands gripped the metal railing as he watched the stars through the main screen. The ship moved slowly through space near what used to be human territory. 300 years had passed since anyone heard from Earth. "Captain, we are picking up something strange," said Lisa Parker from her seat at the navigation controls. Her fingers moved quickly over the glowing buttons. "There is a ship out there, but it does not match anything in our database." Jake walked over to Lisa's station. The screen showed a dot moving faster than anything should be able to move. "How fast is it going?" "Too fast," Lisa said, shaking her head. "Our computers cannot even calculate the exact speed. It is heading toward Kepler Station." Tony Martinez looked up from his engineering post. His dark eyes were worried. "Captain, Kepler Station is in the middle of a war zone. 3 alien empires are fighting there right now." Jake knew about the war. The Zephyrian Empire, the Crystalline Hegemony, and the Neural Collective had been fighting over Kepler Station for months. Thousands of ships were destroying each other. In that area of space, millions of aliens would die before the war ended. "Amy, try to contact that unknown ship," Jake ordered. Amy Johnson pressed several buttons on her communication panel. Static filled the bridge. "I cannot reach them, Captain. Their ship is blocking all of our signals." "That is impossible," Tony said. "No ship can block our new communication systems." Lisa's screen started flashing red warnings. "Captain, I tried to scan the unknown ship. Our scanners just broke. The energy coming from that ship is too powerful." Jake felt a cold fear in his stomach. In all his years exploring space, he had never seen anything like this. "What kind of ship can break our scanners just by existing?" The bridge fell silent except for the quiet hum of the ship's engines. Everyone stared at the dot on the screen as it moved toward the war zone. Amy broke the silence. "Captain, I am getting reports from Kepler Station. The 3 empires are still fighting. The Zephyrian fleet has 200 ships. The Crystalline Hegemony has 300 ships. The Neural Collective has the most with 400 ships. Nearly 1,000 ships all shooting at each other," Tony whispered. "The unknown ship is flying right into that mess." Jake made a decision. "Change course. Take us toward Kepler Station, but keep our distance. I want to see what happens when that mystery ship arrives." Lisa's hands moved over her controls. "Course changed, Captain. We will reach the edge of the battle zone in 2 hours." As the Wanderer traveled through space, Jake thought about the last 300 years. Humans had once been part of the galactic community. They had traded with aliens and explored space together. Then something happened. All contact with Earth stopped. Human colonies went silent. Human ships disappeared. Most aliens believed humans had destroyed themselves in a war. Others thought a plague had killed them all. Some believed they had simply given up exploring space and stayed on their home planet. Jake had been born on a human colony far from Earth. He had never seen his species' homeworld. Like many humans living in alien space, he wondered what really happened to Earth. "Captain," Amy said, interrupting his thoughts, "I am receiving battle reports from Kepler Station. The fighting is getting worse. Ships are exploding every few minutes." On the main screen, Jake could see the distant flashes of light from the battle. Even from far away, the explosions looked huge. "The Zephyrians just lost their command ship," Amy reported. "Wait. The Crystalline Hegemony is sending more ships into the fight." "No. The Neural Collective is attacking both fleets at the same time." "How much longer until the mystery ship reaches the battle?" Jake asked. Lisa checked her instruments. 30 minutes, Captain." Jake ordered the crew to prepare for anything. He had no idea what would happen when the unknown ship arrived at the battle. Would it join the fight? Would it try to stop the war? Would it simply pass through the area? As they got closer to Kepler Station, the bridge crew could see the battle more clearly. Hundreds of ships fired bright energy beams at each other. Explosions lit up space like deadly fireworks. "The alien fleets are arranged in 3 groups," Tony observed. "Each empire is trying to protect their own ships while attacking the other, too." Amy was listening to alien communications. "Captain, the alien commanders are very angry. Warlord Thax of the Zephyrians is threatening to destroy both enemy fleets. Crystal Singer Vex of the Hegemony says the station belongs to them. Node Prime, 7742 of the Neural Collective, claims their technology gives them the right to control the area. Pride and anger, Jake said. That is what this war is really about. Lisa's voice became excited. Captain, the unknown ship is almost at the battle zone. I can see it on our long-range sensors now. Jake stared at the screen. The mystery ship looked like nothing he had ever seen. It was larger than any ship in the alien fleets, but it moved with impossible grace. Its hull seemed to absorb light instead of reflecting it. That ship is beautiful, Amy whispered. And dangerous, Tony added. Look at those energy readings. The unknown ship approached the edge of the battle zone. For a moment it stopped moving. The three alien fleets continued fighting, not noticing the new arrival. Then something incredible happened. All communication channels opened at the same time. A human voice spoke with calm authority. This is Admiral Kate Sullivan of the United Earth Systems. You have 30 seconds to stop fighting or we will stop you. The bridge of the Wanderer fell completely silent. Jake felt his heart pounding. After 300 years of silence, humans had returned to galactic space. Amy's hands shook as she checked her instruments. Captain, that transmission came from the mystery ship. It is a human ship. But how? Lisa asked. Where did they get that technology? Where have humans been for 300 years? On the screen, the alien fleets continued fighting. They ignored the human warning completely. Jake counted down the seconds in his head. 30, 29, 28. The alien commanders probably thought the human message was a joke. They had carved up human territory years ago. In their minds, humans were weak and defeated. 10, 9, 8, 7. Captain, Tony said quietly, something is about to happen. 3, 2, 1. The human ship began to glow with a strange blue light. Admiral Kate Sullivan stood in the command center of the UES Defiant. Her ship was the first of its kind, built with technology that took 300 years to perfect. Around her, the bridge crew worked at their stations with calm efficiency. Admiral, we have reached the battle zone, reported Greg Adams from his tactical station. His hands moved over the weapon controls, ready for anything. 3 alien fleets are fighting over Kepler Station. They ignored our warning. Kate looked at the main screen. Hundreds of alien ships fired at each other in a deadly dance of destruction. Explosions bloomed like flowers of death in the darkness of space. They think we are still the same humans they remember, Kate said quietly. They are wrong. Helen Wright looked up from her science station. Her voice was excited as she read the data. Admiral, I am detecting human life signs on a small ship near the battle zone. It appears to be an exploration vessel. That would be other humans who never went home, Kate said. They have been living in alien space all these years. Scan them, but do not contact them yet. Carl Thompson, the chief engineer, checked his systems. Admiral, all weapons are ready. Power core is running at full capacity. We can show these aliens what real technology looks like. Kate had waited 300 years for this moment. When humans first met aliens, the results had been terrible. Some alien species tried to make humans into slaves. Others attempted to destroy human colonies completely. A few species simply thought humans were too primitive to matter. Earth's governments made a hard choice. They pulled back all human ships and colonies. They cut off all contact with alien species. Then they began the greatest project in human history. For 3 centuries, humans worked in secret. They built new technologies that seemed impossible. They studied alien psychology and learned how aliens thought. They prepared for the day when they would return to galactic space. That day had finally come. Communications, open a channel to all 3 alien fleets, Kate ordered. Ben Foster pressed buttons on his communication panel. Channel open, Admiral. Kate's voice filled the battle zone. Every alien ship received her message at the same time. This is Admiral Kate Sullivan of the United Earth Systems. I am speaking to Warlord Thax of the Zephyrian Empire, Crystal Singer Vex of the Crystalline Hegemony, and Node Prime 7742 of the Neural Collective. On the alien ships, the commanders stopped their attacks for a moment. They had not expected the unknown ship to know their names. Kate continued speaking. You are fighting over a piece of empty space while your people die. This ends now. You have 30 seconds to stop all attacks and move your fleets to safe distances. If you do not obey, we will end this battle ourselves. Warlord Thax was the first to respond. His voice was full of anger and pride. Unknown ship? You dare to give orders to the mighty Zephyrian Empire? We have conquered 100 worlds. We fear no one. Crystal Singer Vex spoke next. Her voice sounded like musical chimes, but her words were cold. The crystalline hegemony has ruled this area of space for 2,000 years. No single ship can threaten our fleet of 300 vessels. Node Prime 7742's voice was emotionless and mechanical. The Neural Collective calculates a 99.7% probability that this unknown ship is attempting psychological warfare. We do not respond to empty threats. Kate smiled, but it was not a happy smile. Mr. Adams, begin countdown. 30 seconds. Counting down now, Admiral, Greg said. 29, 28, 27. On his tactical screen, Greg watched the alien fleets. They were starting to attack each other again. The alien commanders thought the human warning was just words. 20, 19, 18, Greg continued. Helen Wright studied the alien ship designs from her science station. Admiral, their technology has not improved much in 300 years. They are still using the same basic weapons and shields. We remember. While we have been building something completely new, Kate said. 15, 14, 13, Carl Thompson checked the ship's power systems. Admiral, all systems are perfect. The quantum cascade generators are online. We can demonstrate our new weapons without using even 5% of our total power. 10-9-8, Greg announced. On the alien ship, some junior officers were starting to worry. The unknown ship had not moved or shown any weapons, but something felt wrong. The ship seemed too calm, too confident. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Greg finished the countdown. Time is up, Kate said calmly. Mr. Thompson, power up the demonstration array. Target the asteroid field to the left of the battle zone. Powering up now, Admiral, Carl said. His fingers moved over the engineering controls. Quantum cascade generators are online. Target acquired. On the main screen, everyone could see a large asteroid field. Hundreds of rocks floated in space, some as big as small moons. The asteroids had been there for millions of years. Fire, Kate ordered. A beam of pure blue energy shot out from the Defiant. It was not like any weapon the aliens had ever seen. Instead of exploding the asteroids, the beam made them simply disappear. One moment the rocks were there, the next moment there was only empty space. The entire asteroid field vanished in 1.7 seconds. On every alien ship, alarms started ringing. Sensors overloaded trying to understand what they had just witnessed. The energy readings were impossible. No known technology could do what they had just seen. Warlord Thax stared at his screens, in shock. What kind of weapon was that? Crystal Singer Vex's musical voice became shrill with fear. The asteroids did not explode. They just stopped existing. Node Prime 7742's mechanical voice actually showed emotion for the first time. Error. Error. Unable to calculate energy requirements for observed phenomenon. Ben Foster's communication panel lit up like a holiday display. Admiral, we are receiving hundreds of messages from the alien fleets. They are all asking the same question. They want to know what we want? Kate looked at the main screen. The 3 alien fleets had stopped fighting completely. Ships that had been shooting at each other moments before were now moving away from the battle zone. The alien commanders were scared. Open a channel to all ships, Kate said. Channel open, Admiral, Ben reported. Kate's voice was calm and professional. Attention all vessels. This is Admiral Kate Sullivan. The demonstration you just witnessed used less than 2% of our ship's total power. We have 47 more ships with equal or greater capabilities. The bridge of the Defiant was quiet except for the hum of the engines. Kate let the aliens think about her words for a moment. "We are not here to conquer you," Kate continued. "We are here to ensure that humanity has a place in galactic affairs. You will receive formal communication requests within the hour. You will respond. You will attend the meeting we arrange. You will listen to our terms." Kate nodded to Ben, who closed the communication channel. Helen Wright looked up from her science station. "Admiral, the alien fleets are moving into defensive formations. They are no longer fighting each other." "Fear can stop a war faster than any weapon," Kate observed. "Now they will work together, at least until they understand what we want." "Greg," Adams checked his tactical displays. "Admiral, should we contact the human exploration ship?" Kate thought for a moment. "Not yet. Let them watch. Let them see that humanity has returned to the stars. Soon they will understand that Earth never forgot its children." 1 hour later, the 3 alien fleets floated in space like frightened animals. Their commanders had stopped all fighting and moved their ships far away from each other. Fear had accomplished what years of peace talks could not. On the bridge of the Wanderer, Captain Jake Morrison watched everything with amazement. His crew had not spoken much since the human battleship made the asteroids disappear. They were trying to understand how their own species had become so powerful. "Captain," Amy Johnson said quietly, "I am receiving a transmission from the human battleship. Admiral Sullivan wants to speak with us." Jake straightened his uniform. After 300 years, he was about to talk to someone from Earth. "Put her through, Amy." The main screen showed a woman with gray hair and calm eyes. She wore a dark blue uniform that looked both military and elegant. Behind her, Jake could see a bridge that was far more advanced than anything on the Wanderer. "Captain Morrison," Admiral Sullivan said with a slight smile. "I am Admiral Kate Sullivan of the United Earth Systems. I know you have many questions." "Admiral," Jake said, trying to keep his voice steady, "where has Earth been for 300 years? How did you build a ship like that?" "Earth never left, Captain. We simply went quiet while we learned and grew stronger. Your people who stayed in alien space have done well. You kept human culture alive while we prepared for this day." Jake felt proud and sad at the same time. "Admiral, we always hoped Earth would return someday. But we never imagined anything like this. Stay close, Captain Morrison. You are about to witness the birth of a new galactic order." The transmission ended, and Jake turned to his crew. "Everyone heard that. Earth is back, and they are more powerful than we ever dreamed." Meanwhile, on the alien flagships, the 3 commanders were having emergency meetings with their advisors. The demonstration of human power had changed everything. Warlord Thax paced back and forth on his command deck. His advisors, all experienced, military officers, looked worried and confused. "How is it possible?" Thax demanded. 300 years ago, humans had weak ships and simple weapons. Now they can make matter disappear with energy beams. His chief advisor, General Korak, studied the sensor data. "Warlord, our instruments cannot even understand how their weapon works. It violates several laws of physics that we thought were absolute. And they claim to have 47 more ships," Thax said grimly. "If each ship has that kind of power, they could destroy our entire empire in a single day." On the Crystalline Hegemony flagship, Crystal Singer Vex was consulting with her council of advisors. Their crystal bodies chimed softly as they shared thoughts through harmonic vibrations. "The humans have evolved beyond our understanding," Vex sang in worried tones. "Their technology is like nothing we have encountered in 2,000 years of rule." Her advisor, Crystal Singer Lux, harmonized with concern. "They demonstrated their power on lifeless rocks. What if they had targeted our ships instead? We would have simply ceased to exist." "We must discover what they want," Vex decided. "Perhaps we can negotiate terms that allow our civilization to survive." Aboard the Neural Collective flagship, Node Prime 7742 was processing data with its subordinate nodes. Their mechanical minds worked faster than biological brains, but even they could not understand human technology. "Analysis complete," Node Prime 7742 announced to the other nodes. "Human technological advancement exceeds all projected possibilities. Their power source appears to manipulate reality at the quantum level." Node Secondary 3891 shared its calculations. If humans possess 47 ships of similar capability, they represent a force 4,147 times more powerful than our combined fleets. Conclusion. Resistance would result in total destruction of neural collective assets, Node Prime 7742 decided. New priority. Survival through negotiation. Back on the Defiant, Admiral Sullivan received reports from her communications officer. Admiral, Ben Foster said, all 3 alien commanders are requesting immediate diplomatic contact. They want to arrange formal meetings. Kate nodded. Good. Fear has made them reasonable. Helen, what are you detecting from their fleets? Helen Wright checked her science station. Admiral, all alien ships have powered down their weapons. They are maintaining safe distances from each other and from us. Their energy signature suggests they are preparing for defensive actions only. They are afraid we might attack them next, Kate observed. Carl, how are our systems performing? Carl Thompson smiled as he read his engineering displays. Admiral, the quantum cascade demonstration used exactly 1.4% of our available power. All systems are running perfectly. We could repeat that demonstration 100 times without needing to recharge. Kate turned to her tactical officer. Greg, analyze the alien fleet positions. Are they preparing for any kind of coordinated attack? Greg, Adams studied his screens carefully. No, Admiral. If anything, they are positioning their ships to escape quickly if we show any hostile intentions. The 3 fleets are no longer threats to each other or to us. Perfect, Kate said. Ben, send a message to all 3 commanders. Tell them we will meet in neutral space in exactly 6 hours. Each commander may bring 1 advisor and their personal guards. The meeting will take place aboard the Defiant. Ben's fingers moved over his communication controls. Message sent, Admiral. Within minutes, responses came back from all 3 alien leaders. They accepted the meeting terms immediately. None of them suggested different locations or tried to negotiate the details. They are too scared to argue, Helen observed. 300 years ago, alien commanders would have demanded the meeting take place on neutral ground. 300 years ago, we did not have ships that could erase matter from existence, Kate replied. Power changes the rules of diplomacy. Onikir, the Wanderer, Captain Jake Morrison watched the alien fleets reorganize themselves. Ships that had been locked in deadly combat were now flying in careful formations, making sure not to appear threatening. Captain, Lisa Parker said from her navigation station, the alien ships are moving very slowly and broadcasting their positions constantly. They are trying to show they are not planning any attacks. Tony Martinez shook his head in amazement. 6 hours ago, these same aliens were ready to fight to the death. Now they are acting like scared children. That is what real power looks like, Jake said thoughtfully. Earth did not just build better weapons. They built weapons so advanced that fighting becomes pointless. Amy Johnson was monitoring alien communications. Captain, I am hearing interesting chatter from the alien ships. Their crews are talking about human legends and stories. Some of them always believed humans would return someday. And now we have, Jake said with pride. Not as conquerors, but as equals who earned their place through strength and patience. As the 6-hour countdown began, all eyes in the battle zone focused on the human battleship. The Defiant floated calmly in space, its hull still glowing with that strange blue energy. Inside that ship, the future of galactic civilization was about to be decided. The 3 most powerful alien empires in known space were preparing to negotiate with a species they had written off as extinct. Humanity had returned to the stars, and they had returned strong enough to demand respect from everyone. 6 hours later, 3 alien shuttles approached the Defiant. Each shuttle carried the most powerful leaders in their respective empires. For the first time in galactic history, all 3 commanders were coming to the same negotiation table. Admiral, Kate Sullivan stood in the main conference room of her ship. The room was designed to impress visitors with smooth walls that seemed to glow with inner light. Dr. Maya Peterson, humanity's chief diplomat, stood beside her. Maya had spent decades studying alien psychology and culture. Admiral, Dr. Peterson, said quietly, our psychological profiles suggest that each alien leader will react differently to our terms. Warlord Thakix respects strength above all else. Crystal Singer Vex values tradition and honor. Node Prime 7742 thinks only in terms of logical calculations. Good, Kate replied. We will use their own nature against them. Fear brought them here, but understanding will make them stay. Ben Foster announced from his communication post. Admiral, the first shuttle is docking now. Warlord Thax of the Zephyrian Empire has arrived. Thax entered the conference room wearing his finest battle armor. The Zephyrian leader was tall and muscular, with dark skin covered in traditional war markings. His advisor, General Korax, followed closely behind. Thax looked around the room with obvious amazement. The human technology was unlike anything he had ever seen. Admiral Sullivan, he said with grudging respect, your ship is impressive. Thank you, Warlord, Kate replied calmly. Please be seated. The other commanders will arrive shortly. Crystal Singer Vex arrived next. Her crystalline body chimed, softly as she moved, creating beautiful musical tones. Her advisor, Crystal Singer Lux, harmonized with her as they entered the room. Admiral Sullivan, Vex sang in melodic tones. The crystalline hegemony greets you with respect. We have not felt such power in the galaxy for many centuries. The honor is mine, Crystal Singer, Kate responded diplomatically. Finally, Node Prime 7742 entered with mechanical precision. The leader of the neural collective was a fusion of organic and artificial parts, more machine than living being. Its advisor, Node Secondary 3891, moved with identical mechanical movements. Admiral Sullivan, Node Prime 7742 said in its emotionless voice, this unit acknowledges your superior technological capabilities. We request clarification of your intentions. Kate waited until all three leaders were seated at the large conference table. Behind her, Captain Jake Morrison and his crew from the Wanderer stood as witnesses. Their presence would ensure that word of this meeting spread throughout human communities in alien space. Thank you all for coming, Kate began. 300 years ago, humanity left galactic affairs because we were not strong enough to protect our interests. Today, we return because we are strong enough to demand respect. Dr. Peterson stepped forward. The terms we propose are simple and fair. First, humanity claims full sovereignty over our original territory, including all star systems within 50 light-years of Earth. Warlord Thax shifted uncomfortably. That territory includes several Zephyrian mining colonies, which will be compensated fairly and relocated, Dr. Peterson replied smoothly. Second, all human colonies and trading posts throughout the galaxy will receive protection under Earth's authority. Crystal Singer Vex chimed nervously. Some of those colonies are in hegemony space. Our laws have governed them for centuries. Your laws will continue to apply to your own people, Kate said firmly, but humans will answer to human authority. Third, humanity will have a voice in all major galactic decisions proportional to our capabilities. Node Prime 7742 processed this information. Define proportional to capabilities. Dr. Peterson smiled. We demonstrated that one human ship can accomplish what 1,000 alien ships cannot. We believe our voice should reflect that reality. The alien leaders exchanged worried glances. They were beginning to understand that humanity was not asking for equality. They were demanding superiority based on their overwhelming technological advantage. What if we refuse these terms? Warlord Thax asked with forced bravery. Kate's expression did not change. Then you will discover why we built 47 ships like the Defiant, but we prefer cooperation to conquest. Dr. Peterson opened a data pad and placed it on the table. These are the complete terms of the Terran Accords. You will find them reasonable but firm. Humanity offers protection, trade opportunities, and technological exchange to those who accept our authority. Crystal Singer Vex studied the document. And if we sign this agreement, then the galaxy enters a new era of peace and prosperity, Kate replied. We have studied your civilizations for 3 centuries. We know your strengths and weaknesses. We can help you grow stronger while ensuring our own security. Node Prime 7742's mechanical mind calculated rapidly. Analysis indicates significant benefits for cooperation. Human technology could advance collective capabilities by several 100%. Indeed, Dr. Peterson agreed. We are offering partnership, not domination. But the partnership will be on our terms. General Korax whispered something to Warlord Tharkinx. The Zephyrian leader nodded and stood up. The Zephyrian Empire accepts these terms. We recognize Earth's authority and welcome humanity back to galactic affairs. Crystal Singer Vex harmonized with her advisor before responding. The crystalline hegemony also accepts. We have always valued strength and honor. Humanity has demonstrated both. Node Prime 7742 was quiet for several long moments. Its mechanical brain processed thousands of calculations. The neural collective accepts these terms. Logic indicates that cooperation provides optimal outcomes for all parties. Kate smiled for the first time during the meeting. Excellent. Dr. Peterson will handle the formal signing process. One by one, the alien leaders signed the Terran Accords. Their signatures marked the end of the old galactic order and the beginning of humanity's return to power. As the ceremony concluded, Warlord Thax approached Kate privately. Admiral, may I ask a personal question? Of course. How did you know we would accept your terms so easily? Kate's smile was knowing. Because we spent 300 years studying you. We knew exactly how much pressure to apply and when to apply it. Fear brought you here, but wisdom will keep you here. After the alien delegations departed, Captain Jake Morrison approached Admiral Sullivan. Admiral, what happens now? Now we build a new future, Kate replied. Human ships will patrol our territory. Human traders will carry our goods throughout the galaxy. Human diplomats will sit at every important negotiation table. Dr. Peterson looked out the window at the departing alien shuttles. The galaxy will adapt quickly. Fear is a powerful motivator, but so is opportunity. In 6 months, they will wonder how they ever managed without human leadership. Greg Adams checked his tactical displays. Admiral, the alien fleets are maintaining respectful distances. All weapons remain powered down. Good, Kate said. They understand the new reality. Humanity has returned to the stars not as conquerors but as the dominant power. We earned this position through patience, preparation, and superior technology. Kate turned to Captain Morrison. Captain, you and your crew represent all the humans who kept our culture alive during the long silence. You will return to your communities with news of Earth's return. Tell them that humanity never forgot its children among the stars. As the Wanderer prepared to depart, Jake Morrison felt a deep sense of pride and hope. After 3 centuries of uncertainty, humanity had finally come home to the galaxy, and they had come home strong enough to reshape the entire universe. Part 2. The Revelation Admiral Kate Sullivan emerges from the command deck of the UES Defiant, humanity's first interstellar battleship. Her crew includes Tactical Officer Greg Adams, Science Officer Helen Wright, and Chief Engineer Carl Thompson. They've spent 300 years perfecting technologies that make their former capabilities look primitive. Humanity didn't die out. They went silent by choice. After first contact proved disastrous, with multiple alien species attempting to enslave or eliminate humans, Earth's governments made a radical decision. They would retreat, develop, and return only when ready to ensure their species' survival. On their own terms. The Defiant arrives at Kepler Station as alien fleets tear each other apart. Admiral Sullivan opens communications simultaneously to all 3 empires. Her message is simple. This is Admiral Kate Sullivan of the United Earth Systems. You have 30 seconds to cease all hostile actions, or we will cease them for you. The alien commanders, Warlord Thax of the Zephyrians, Crystal Singer Vex of the Hegemony, and Node Prime 7742 of the Collective, initially dismissed the transmission as some primitive species stumbling into their war.